We're going to get started here with Blood on the Altar, back to dark mode, also known as the lights are out. Oh, I have the display on top. Game capture, that's better. I just like to have the Twitch window open so I can see chat. I haven't figured out a better way to do that. We only had 1 XP added, so we didn't spend any. We have 1 for Norman and 3 for Lily. I thought about putting an Arcane Enlightenment back into the deck, but I just decided against it. But we're going to do Blood on the Altar, so hopefully it'll place. There we go. It was being silly. Hopefully there's a nice setup button. That would be ideal. Yeah, place locations. Cool, and it grabbed the encounter cards for us, so now we don't have to worry about any of that shenanigans. Okay. I believe everyone is a potential sacrifice besides Armitage, because we saved him. Let's go in here and find out. Gather all the cards, put the village commons into play, remove the locations, which we did, check the campaign log for who was kidnapped. Yeah, so basically it's everyone besides Armitage. Both Warren Rice and Francis Morgan were kidnapped, but Armitage was not. So there'll be that pile over there. We'll be adding Naomi's crew because we didn't get a chance to save Pete. We were not delayed on our way. Those cards are all set aside for us. The O'Bannon gang does have a bone to pick, so that's going to be adding Naomi's crew. The other cards are going to be put under the locations, which is already done. This is the location. The hidden chamber works a special way. And then for the return to here, swap it to the new location, which is done. The hired guns are aside. Add the new locations and then remove 1 of the 3, then choose 1 of the 6 to remove as well. Put the remaining locations into play. When placing the cards, do not include the 6 from Naomi's, which we did correctly. And then since the O'Bannon gang has a bone to pick with us, we're going to have to spawn a hired gun at one of the locations that's not connected to the commons and shuffle the other one into the encounter deck. So we'll see them here. 1 will go into the encounter deck, and then we get to pick any location that's not connected to the village commons, which is here. So our choices are either the general store, the buried ruins, or the house in the reeds. And I'm going to pick the house in the reeds. It's going to hunt the person with the most resources, and it will give Peril and Surge 2 copies of Hunted Down. So we definitely want to resolve that as quickly as possible. As we said, we start here in the Village Commons. And we have our copy of Charisma. Our trauma is already there. Lily's trauma is here. So she'll draw her 7, or 5. Sorry, I was playing... I'm used to playing other games in my brain. We'll swatch over to here. Okay. Alright, we don't want to mulligan all of the 6 senses, but we need to find enough. Spectral Razor will deal 3 damage to the hired gun, but if I remember correctly, they have 4 hit points. So we really can't rely on that either. So we'll draw 4, hoping to draw a pole. Alright, well, we got our Enchanted Blade, so that's something. Norman will go. Okay, well, we start with our Atlas, which is great. The rest of these cards need to go away. Okay, well, that's a handful of cards. Now we just gotta find our Livre, and we're fully set to go. Alright, so we'll have Norman move away, down to the brook. If someone is here, other investigators cannot enter it. If there are no clues here, you can get the card beneath it. So that's action 1. Action 2 will be to play Milan, and then we'll investigate. We'll succeed, and we'll gain a resource from Milan and the clue. Pretty standard first turn. So we're going to spend 3 resources to play our Blade. We're going to gain a resource and then draw a card. Yeah. Okay. Well, we know our B cups are going to be a little expendable, but that's fine. We go to the hunter phase, or the monster phase. Oh, yeah, he becomes a hunter, so he hunts down. And then we go to upkeep. Okay. Okay. Doom on the agenda. Let's make sure we shuffled. I'm pretty confident that we did. We don't need these. And we will draw. Test willpower, or sorry, intellect. If you fail, add a clue to your location. Well, that's not great. We're -1, and we can just go +1. Yeah, or to even. We're just going to test -1. We fail. Let's go see what that does. Place a doom on the agenda. That's awful. Whoops. We're going to need this down here. And then I think it was a clue from the pool, right? Oh, where'd it go? Yeah. Okay. And then encounter card over here. The other hired gun. Oh, game. I love you. I love you so much. All right. Well, we'll have Lily start. She actually doesn't have a chance to play her beat cop. That won't really work well. How much attack do they have? 6 to 3. Yeah, so she'll move down and begin attacking. She's +3. She'll use her charge. She'll hit, and she'll do it again. And she'll fail and hit Norman for 2. Okay, great. Okay. Well, we can't do much here, so we're gonna play our blur. By playing blur, we get attacked, so we'll take a physical, and Dr. Milan will take the horror from him opportunity attacking us. Then we'll use blur to evade. Oh, never mind. She couldn't have come here. Okay, that changes everything. Let's back this up and play this correctly. Alright, she gets her 2 charges back. I forgot about the location rules. So sorry. What was happening? He would have had 0 and 3, because that's his mental trauma. Okay, so what I forgot about, which I'm correcting for now, we're going to give everyone back their actions, is that this location specifically says that investigators cannot enter this location if there are no clues here. And so because of that, Lily would have gone into here and fought this guy and done the same thing, but instead of now, when she misses, she doesn't have any bad things happen. In that she doesn't hit her partner, she just hits the air. And then now, so she'll move in and fight twice with a fail. Now we'll play the blur. Whoops. That's what we want. And we'll put the horror onto Milan. And then we will use the second one to activate blur. And we'll commit this to the test. So we're +4. There are no other cards, so it's a 0. So this is a success. We're going to spend both charges of blur to take 2 extra actions this turn, and he'll be exhausted. We're going to investigate the location. We're +3. We succeed with Milan, so we'll gain a resource, a clue, and draw the card. And we're here, so we might as well, yeah, okay, key to the chamber we get. And then we'll move up here to the general store. You cannot gain resources here. So we will investigate. Actually, we'll gain a resource, and then we will spend them all to get our Otherworld Atlas. I forgot that we were supposed to have this face up. Let me move this over. We'll eat this, so it goes here. Okay. Alright, so from there we'll go to upkeep. Lily will get attacked for 1 and 1. Upkeep. This monster readies. And then we put Doom on the agenda. 3 of 6 and encounter cards. Whippoorwill goes to her location. And Whippoorwill goes to our location. Alright. Well, we don't need to play Milan, so we'll eat Milan with our Atlas. Right, that exhausts it. Yeah. Okay. So we are 5 to 2 is +3. I don't want to blow deductions yet, so let's just investigate. We succeed, so we get a clue. And then we succeeded on investigate, so we'll get a resource, and then we'll investigate again. 5 to 2 is a fail, so then we'll investigate again, and we succeed. We're going to wait on the encounter card until next turn, because it could be something bad, and we don't want to deal with it. So now it's Lily's turn. She'll fight. She'll use her Enchanted Blade. She succeeds, so he dies. Even with the minus, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play Beat Cop. We'll use our Beat Cop to kill the Whippoorwill. So we fought. We have resources, which is... Oh no, we have the same amount as Harvey, so that's bad. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, this is an option, so we're going to choose to not do that, and then we'll gain a resource. And the reason why we're doing this is to control the hunter, so he'll come to us instead of going... Oh no, hunter's the tiebreaker, right? Or is it? I think they just go to the closest. Let me look up hunter. I'm fairly confident that it'll go to... Yeah, they go to the nearest investigator. The tiebreaker only matters if you're close. So never mind. We will take this resource. And we can't get close enough for that to actually happen. We can't get value from doing that yet. We can't play anything that would do good for us. So let's take this little card. Okay. Test. If you fail, add an ally asset you control. Okay, we do have one. Okay. So let's test willpower, because we're more likely to be able to help that test. We'll commit guts to it so that we're +1. And we'll commit rosary to be +2. We succeed, so we pass, so nothing happens. Okay, that was a fast. We draw from guts. Hey, that looks familiar. Alright. Well, Lily's probably going to be the one who has to deal with that, so let's move her towards it. Oh, and we went into this location. Anything bad happen? Oh, never mind. This didn't happen. We're here, and we have to go spawn a humanoid enemy. That's not legal. That is legal. That's also legal. Okay, so we're gonna spawn this here and use its. It's gonna ignore its spawning rules because it gets spawned here. We're gonna bring that whippoorwill back though, and I couldn't have gotten this clue. Oh man, everything I did was wrong. I was not thinking. So this would be here. Whippoorwill would be here. We can't make this test because, or we can't pick the card because there's clues here. I forgot to flip over the location when I moved in. Oh man, I'm not having a great night of playing clean. Alright, luckily we fixed it. So instead of hitting the whippoorwill, we're gonna first attack the Servant of Many Mouths. So we are 5 to 3 is +2, and that's what we're gonna be. Alright, so we failed, so now we'll hit the whippoorwill. Oh, actually, we were only +1 anyway. Okay. And since it spawned here, it would engage with us, and it would... Oh. Okay. Well, everything's coming up terribly. Alright. So from here, we go to the monster phase, because we did all of our actions, yeah. This guy will hunt in and engage. And this guy will punch Lily for 2 more, so she's on the verge of death. Super cool. And then upkeep time. And upkeep. Alright. Doom on the agenda, 4 of 6, and encounter cards. Test willpower. Okay. Well, we're going to be taking this horror, so let's just take it. Yep. It was increased for every damage on us, which was all of it at this point. Alright, then we'll come over here, and encounter card. When you take 1 damage, instead take 2 additional. Okay. Oh, when he hunted, he would have attacked us as well. So yeah, we'll take that. Great. So fun. I guess we will have Lily fight the servant. Okay. I guess I would have done B cop first. That would no, because it doesn't matter. That would kill me. So I'm glad I didn't. Uh, okay. Okay, Lily's dead. That's gonna be a quick mission here because we don't have anything else to do. Like, we have all the clues here. What's here? Cool. Let's just what is it? Place a doom on the agenda. Yeah, why not? All right. Let's start by evading the hired gun. We are 3, so we'll commit this. So we are +4, +3 because of whippoorwill. We succeed, which is great. We heal a horror. We're going to leave this guy behind us. And then we are... oh, and this guy goes to the location because Lily died. We'll spend the charges off of Blur. So we have 4 actions this turn. So we'll move 1, we'll move 2, we'll flip this location. If you fail a test here, flip clues to doom. Okay. We're +4. So sure, let's do that. We succeed. So we moved. We're now investigating, which yoinks a clue and gives us a resource from Milan. Oh, and we would commit this so that way we can kill that guy next turn. And then we will investigate again. I guess we would commit this to the... We would eat it with the atlas and then commit it to the test. Because we want to get it to our hand. Yeah, so we succeed. When we get this clue, we can't get another money. So then we go to monster phase. This hunts. We go upkeep and upkeep. Oh yeah, you're dead. Never mind. This will ready. This isn't a hunter. This is doom on the agenda to advance. If there are potential sacrifices, place one under the agenda. Okay. Without looking at it. And Lily takes a physical trauma from dying to damage. Okay. And then we are adding counter cards. Or that was it, right? Yeah. Okay, counter card. Doom on the agenda. We're not going to draw extra encounter cards. So we'll start by investigating this location. We'll succeed. We'll gain a resource. We'll flip the card. Hey! Alright. We have put the hidden chamber into play. When you enter the chamber, that's when you advance. So we're not going to do that this turn. We are going to play our livre. We're going to use this to eat the shortcut. So action 1 was investigate. Action 2 was to play livre. Nothing else here makes sense. So we'll draw this card. That's fine. That might matter later. Okay. So then we'll go to the monster phase. The whippoorwill will hunt into here. The hired gun will hunt into here. And we will go to upkeep. Lily's dead. Doom on the agenda. And encounter card. Test. Okay, well this we're going to be better at. So this is 6. We are +3. Let's go +5. We succeed and we draw a card. Sure. All right. Let's go into the hidden chamber. Oops. Which will advance us. Reveal each unrevealed location, which I believe is just that one. Right? Yes. Move all clues in play to the hidden chamber, including those on the investigators. Okay. Alright, let's make sure we have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the one that we had to add, so 12. So that's correct. Move all clues in play to the chamber. Spawn Silas Bishop. in the hidden chamber. He cannot make attacks of opportunity, and he is L massive. Okay. So action 1 was moving in. We will swap the top card of our deck for deduction. We will then put deduction underneath the atlas. And then we will investigate the location. So we are 7 to 3, which is +4. We succeed, so we'll take 2 clues. 1, 2. Deduction goes into our hand because it was a successful test. This goes attached to the chamber. How much damage? This is way too much to take. So we will move back out with our final action. Alright, so from there, we will do upkeep. We have to discard a card. We're going to want that to put a charge onto that. We're going to need to play that. That's soak. We're just never going to get a chance to play this to get the extra ending, so that's the play. It's going to be what it's going to be. He would have hunted in and engaged us, so it's 1 and 1 to us. And then Doom on the agenda and encounter card. Okay, we're going to commit shortcut to this and guts to get us to 7, so we're +4. We're -1 from the whippoorwill. And we'll commit this so that we're +4. Okay, we succeed. Shortcut comes to our hand, guts draws us a card, and this goes to the discard pile. Oh, and this would have done 2 extra damage and poofed. Okay, we'll start by playing... oh, that won't kill him. Oh, game. Oh, game. Alright, we're going to play Written in the Stars on Eureka. So we're going to commit this card to all the tests that we perform this turn. That is a wonderful sign. We are then going to swap. No, we're not. Yeah. We're going to swap I've Got a Plan for Research Librarian. We're going to consume Research Librarian and commit it to the test. So now we're 3 to 1 is +2. Interesting, another Eureka. Let's go +3 and we'll try to evade naturally. We succeed. So this comes back to our hand. He gets evaded, and our weakness blocks both of the Eurekas from happening. Oh, this game loves me. Oh, we only use 1 action to evade. I don't know why I flipped over another one. Okay. The shortcut's in our hand, so we will... I wanted to shortcut on a turn where I could do everything. Yeah, so we're just going to move... Oh, we need to shortcut down because we need the extra action to get out. We'll move down. We will deduce and enraptured. We succeed, so we get a charge on our blur from the enraptured. And we get an extra clue from the deduction. We'll get a resource from Milan, and then we will move out. Alright, in the monster phase, nothing happens. We go to upkeep, he'll ready and come back. Doom on the agenda, and encounter card. We're doing a willpower check. The penalty is... oh, it's 1 billion? Okay, so instead of taking a horror, we're going to play... or taking 2 horror, we're going to just take 1. That's fine. All right. So then we're gonna play. I've got a plan. We have a billion clues. We are +3. We'll commit Dr. Milan to be +4. We're -1 because of that, and we can't do anything because of that. We succeed. So he dies because he takes the extra damage. Milan comes to our hand, and we'll use the other 2 actions to get rid of this. Then we'll use Atlas to eat this, and that will be our turn because swapping doesn't matter before we switch. Alright, so upkeep, Doom on the agenda, 5 of 6, and encounter card. Night Gaunt. Negative modifiers are doubled. Okay, well, we're not going to try to evade it, we're going to try to kill it. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, we'll play the other I've got a plan. We'll swap Milan for the research assistant. We'll commit Milan to the test to get us to +3 again. We'll succeed and deal 4 damage, so it dies. Milan comes back to our hand, and I've got a plan goes to the discard pile. We can't do 2 things here because of timing, so we will... what do we do? I mean, I could shortcut down again, but I really don't want to do that for 1 clue. It doesn't feel very good. Punching a whippoorwill at even, actually at -1 seems worse. Drawing that card's not really going to help. Yeah, sure, we'll draw a card. Alright, that maybe it did help then. We'll go to upkeep. Oh, that's the worst. So that has to happen, so we draw it. Doom on the agenda advances, which is also going to be 2 or more potential sacrifices added to the agenda. Yep. Okay. Let's try to do that. We have 7 turns here. And encounter card. Okay, finally, not a bad guy. Put it into play in our threat area. We cannot play assets. Allies become blank. At the end of your turn, test willpower. This is fine. We don't necessarily need money right now, and although Milan's great, he's not going to do anything incredible. So we will shortcut down. We will use Livre to swap out deduction to the top of our deck. We will then consume the deduction, and then we will commit it to the test. We are now 6 to 3, so we're +3. We'll go +5 with perception. We'll succeed and get 2 clues. 1, 2. Whoops. So we have done 1 action, and we draw a card from perception. I think we will investigate again. We'll fail, and then we have to move out. So have to is a strong word. We don't want to get clocked by the Silas. All right. So now we have to test willpower. We are +1. And so we'll test +1. Hey, that's a success. We will take this and we will put that on top, but that will get rid of this. So now Milan is back. And so we'll do upkeep. 8 cards, so we're good. Doom on the agenda, and encounter cards. Test agility 4. Yeah, so we would actually fail that for sure. So we are definitely just going to fire off a ward there and block it. Alright, so we will move down. We will swap the top card of our deck with deduction. We'll play Practice Makes Perfect, which in turn will shuffle our deck. And we will lose Milan to that. No, we won't. We'll take a horror. We're going to pick deduction, but we have to look in case... Oh no, we have the Astounding Revelation in our hand, don't we? 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. Yeah, it's the Eureka. Okay. Yeah, we're going to grab this deduction, take all of these, put them on top, shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, well, that's interesting. That gives us some choices. But we are now, we have moved in, we are investigating with a deduction committed to the test. So we're 7 to 3, which is +4, which covers the bag. Still a success, so we'll get 2, 1, 2, and then it adds deduction to our hand, and then we will move out. We'll eat this, and then we'll go to upkeep. We will discard Foresight. Doom on the agenda, 2 of 7, and encounter card. Alright, well, we don't want to die, so we're going to try to evade our friend. We will use this to commit Eureka. We'll commit this Eureka, we'll commit this Librarian to get us to +2. +3. Sure, it's the best we can do. And we pass. Well, normally we'd get Eurekas, but we're blocked. Okay. He is evaded. Alright. Like, what do? We move down. If we move down and investigate, we can't do anything. We need to just investigate here? Sure. So we're going to investigate here, and the reason why we're going to do that is because we need to get this off of the location into our hand. So we're going to investigate. We are more than enough, so we succeed. So we gain a resource and a money. So we evaded, we did that, and then we're going to have to, I guess, gain another resource. We do upkeep where we skip that. He readies and comes back to us. We put a Doom on the agenda and encounter card. Please, not another bad guy. That's potentially worse. Okay, I probably should have done this, right? But I didn't, so... Yep, there's nothing we can do. We just fail. Okay, and then we have to take a damage and a horror, which we'll assign to Milan. And we get dropped off at a central location, and we leave the thug here. Alright, well, we'll use this small window to play Milan and get rid of our weakness. Then we'll consume this with that. And swapping the top card's not going to... Actually, we should have swapped first, right? No, this is fine. Swapping doesn't matter, so we could play shortcut, but we don't want to. So we'll just do hunting phase. Oh, he doesn't hunt? Oh, but... Oh, the hired gun's not in play. Yeah, so he's just going to stay there. Okay. Upkeep it is. Doom on the agenda, and encounter card. Whippoorwill. Okay, well, we're going to move. He's going to engage us, and we're going to fight him with... Oh, we don't have money. Never mind. We will move down. We're not going to stop here. We'll move down. We'll get... Can we just play this? No. And we have no way. Let's swap this with this and see if that's going to change anything. It's not. Okay. Well, let's eat it so we don't have to keep looking at it. And then let's get 2 resources so that way we can play this next turn. Oh, he would have hunted to here, actually, and he'll hunt down as well. Upkeep, Doom on the agenda, and encounter card. Okay, game. Alright, well, we'll play it on him because we don't have a choice. Actually, we will swap it with this. And then we'll use our ability to play it. We'll commit this to the test. That's a success. Oh, the whippoorwills are here. We would have committed this as well. So we need to be +6 to the test. So it's a 4. So we're 6, 7, 8. So that's... We need 2 more book, or 2 more intellect rather. There we go. Sorry, I forgot about the whippoorwills. So then these come to our hand. He dies, and he dies by more than his total printed health, so we can discard our weakness. Whoops, and that gets discarded, unfortunately. I am running out of turns, and that is a problem. If we go in there, he hits for 2, which is enough to kill me, so I can't go play with him. Ooh, okay, hold on. Before, I would also play Written in the Stars to commit this so I can get extra charges on Blur. And then I guess we'll investigate the location. And that gives me another charge on Blur. And gives me a resource. And then... Ooh, whoops. And then we could just do that again. And just get another charge on Blur. Okay. And then we're going to have to try to win next turn. So, upkeep. Doom on the agenda. And encounter cards. Please not a monster. Okay. That's... yeah, we were gonna immediately spend the 1 and block that. And that'll put it on to Milan. Alright, so we will move in. He will engage us. We will attempt evasion with Blur using our willpower. We will commit Guts. That gets us to +4. We succeed. We're going to spend 2 charges to get the extra action, so basically we're back to full actions. We are going to shortcut down. So we basically moved, evaded. Oh, we draw from this, which is great. So we will switch this card with this card. We will eat this card. We will commit this card and this card. Or we'll just do 1. Investigate. Succeed. We get 2 clues. 1, 2. How much did this cost? It was on top of my deck. Actually, we could have left this on top, right? After we swap with the lever? Oh no, once we swap it comes on top. Okay. Let's play greedy. We'll play Necronomicon and then we'll investigate with deduction. Yes. Alright. If we had failed there, we would have had bad things. But there are no clues on the hidden chamber, and the Necronomicon is in play, resolution 2. So, yeah, back at it. Alright, so we got resolution 2 because we played the Necronomicon. I'm actually super shocked that Norman got through all that. I'm very happy for him. We can now record that we restored Silas Bishop, which will help us a lot later. We have to go see who we sacrificed to Yogg Sagoth. No unique monsters were put underneath, or no unique allies. And then we're going to get the display plus 2 bonus experience from the world. So we're going to get 2. So we're going to get 4 total because we got all of it off the location. Yeah, so 4. All right. So we just have to note off that we restored Silas Bishop. Lily gets a physical trauma for her insolence of dying to this guy. Not having the dragon pole really hurt, and having to use her blade on the hired thugs. So that all goes back to the second one where we had to do the O'Bannon and we couldn't save Peter. If we had saved Peter, the thugs aren't there, and Naomi becomes our ally. So in the return to, they have a different Oh wait, where'd she go? Oh no, she becomes our ally later. Never mind. But we don't get to have Naomi help us. So this is the penalty for the O'Bannon gang being our enemy, and then the reward for saving Peter comes later when Naomi would be our ally. That's, I think, at Where Doom Awaits. Either way, that's the mission. We're all done. We're going to get our 4 XP, which means Lily's going to have stick to the plan, and Armitage is going to have 5 to spend on something cool. Or not Armitage, I'm sorry. What's her face? Oh, we're actually about to get more XP too. But of course, the 2 good ones are gone. So Earl Sawyer and Zebulon Wally. I think I'll put Zebulon into Lily's deck because she can use that stat and can use the soak. Whereas the agility is not really going to be very helpful for us, even though we have the blur. So Rice and Morgan got kidnapped. So we'll see here that when we go to the interlude, we have to see who survived. for each of the following 5 characters not listed, we can do that. So Armitage was not, so we can put him back into a deck. We're still not going to include him. And we can add the Powder of Benghazi to one player's deck. And we're going to add that to Lily's deck. Over here, Warren Rice is there, so we don't get to do this. Francis Morgan is there, so we don't get to do this. And then for Zebulon and Earl, we get to put them. But we're going to leave Earl out. Oh, I thought we got additional experience. I guess not. We just get to add these people. And the powder. Okay, and then we'll come over here. We try to calm down the cons. Oh yeah, we'll warn the townsfolk to convince them to evacuate. It doesn't matter until the prologue. Or the epilogue, rather. So it's not a big deal. It's just lore stuff. Alright, that's the future. Okay, well, I hope everyone had a good time, and we'll see everyone tomorrow night. We're going to be hitting up Undimensioned and Unseen. We had Lily die on turn 3 or 4 here, and Norman here carried us through. I've Got a Plan did immense work, and we were able to do enough damage. We did some shortcuts and some blur tricks and got through all the clues that were at the hidden chamber, including the extra clue that Lily dropped from failing her check. So yeah, it was pretty tight. I really thought once Lily died so early that we were gonna have to struggle. Normally, you're able to use the fighter to kill off these stewards to gain these extra clues, but we just weren't able to do that today because we lost Lily. But between the deduction loop with the Atlas and the Libre, we were able to get all the clues. We used shortcut to get a couple of extra investigates off. We used blur on this guy to get the extra actions to be able to play the Necronomicon this turn to get the upgraded resolution. So super awesome. We'll see everyone tomorrow.